It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions, and it's all up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Lane, and it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lane, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw again. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And they kept it simple there, so they only giving the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with the deep throw. They just go with a safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Lane. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now it's Elway.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now Elway on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now it's Elway. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here's Williams to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lane. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And some space here.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
On 1st and 10, Lane.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Sanders toss left side. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lane. This is caught. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lane. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Lane. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Lane. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Elway.
Dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
There it is, a staple in most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Elway. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, Elway. That is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read, and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Elway to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, Elway. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Yeah, well, the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Inside give to Davis. Ooh, the juke. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They keep it with Davis on first down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Elway. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Elway.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Elway will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They go back to the ground now with Davis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
Davis is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Throwing on first down. Lane. That pass complete to Moore. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
To the 43, second down.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Looking to throw on second down. Lane. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you get real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Lane.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Back to throw.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Toss play to Sims. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So now here come the Lions up to go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So the Broncos now down 14-7. A minute 25 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Elway. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. And that's complete to Davis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Elway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Elway to throw.
Into the hands of Sanders.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing now is Elway. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One last shot for Elway. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game.